Welcome back. If you've watched through the previous 9 episodes or streams, we are up to number 10, and it has been quite a journey. There has been a lot of struggles, a lot of challenges, but yeah, it looks like we have overcome them. We're making some significant progress, especially since we got the jump drive built. We have opened up the system to us, which is good news. It means that we can take a couple of 100k jump back, or actually a little bit further than a couple of 100k's, more like 250 or so, maybe a bit more. Actually, yeah, just over 250 is where we were at from where we are now. And yeah, it's no big deal. So the reason why we came back here is this gold deposit here. We wanted to dig this out. We'll take a little bit more. We'll try to scrape out as much of this as we can and fill up our ship with it. Also, what we will look at doing is we'll weld up all this stuff on the bottom here and make it look more like a spaceship. We probably won't be able to make all of this stuff airtight. It's going to be a nightmare trying to work around all of the tanks and cargo containers which are not airtight. The other thing that we are going to look at doing is putting in a bunch more hydrogen engines. We want to make sure that our batteries don't run out, because that will just create a massive headache for us. Don't want to add in stacks more batteries, but we do need to be able to charge our jump drives, so that way we can get moving along and not have to be strapped for power or other resources like that. If we have a look at the top of the ship, something that we will look at doing is putting a walkway of some sort up to the top there. We'll probably put a little airlock down here and have it so that it comes out on the top. So we can just walk up here, but yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. We'll get this area set up, make it habitable. That will greatly improve, gameplay. We can just stick our control seat up here somewhere. And we can also look at something I touched on earlier on is putting on a camera on a turret. So we'll extend that up off the top, a little turret mounted camera, so we can keep cruising along in the same direction but scan around in different places and look at zoom in on those asteroids over there without having to reorient the entire ship. The camera that we currently have, or that we've been using, predominantly for mining but also scouting a little bit, is just fixed. It looks wherever the ship is pointing, and that makes it a little bit more expensive with fuel, because if we have our engines on and we try turning around to reorient ourselves, we expend fuel in the process of that. We don't have a huge amount of fuel on board at the moment. We've got 12%, but I'm pretty sure we still have a lot of ice. We collected up a massive amount before. We still have a full cargo container there. That one's about 3/4 full. All the O2H2 gens are full. So actually, looking at it, we could probably do with doing another ice run, because we are chewing through the ice really fast. already burnt up half the ice that we have with these massive hydrogen engines. But yeah, first things first, I think we'll chuck on those power supplies, or like the hydrogen engines. Oh, actually, first off, we'll dig out some more of the gold. May even collect up some of that silicon because we're gonna put a lot of windows up. And yeah, we'll finish off the back part, like welding up the back part of that deck there, I suppose would be a good word for it. And we'll stick some windows up. We're just gonna make a big box to start with, and we'll make it look like something a little bit more thought out and well designed a little later on. But yeah, we're just gonna make something functional to begin with. And yeah, once we got it functional, we'll look at the aesthetics of it later on. And also the other thing that we might do is add some armor blocks over the outside of those tanks, just to make them a little bit more durable and make it just appear more like a spaceship, make it look a bit cooler. Doesn't necessarily have to have a function, like aesthetics don't really have a function other than make it feel like it looks like it does what it's supposed to do. So yeah, let's get into it, hey? So yeah, we'll just get back into drilling this stuff out. We've got a bit more room in our cargo containers now because we've burnt up a lot of that ice. So we can go ahead and get back into drilling out this gold. And we're just going to try and scoop up as much from this particular spot as we can. And that should be plenty for what we want to do with it for the time being. Hopefully we'll come across some more before we need it again. But the next priority thing that we want to find is uranium. Got a good gold supply up. But yeah, having to rely on those hydrogen engines for our electricity, yeah, it is going to get tedious because having to lug around enormous amounts of ice and relying on it for power without having any kind of significant backup. Like, we could not back up the amount of power that we're using. We would be running in like dead silent mode if we had to rely on solar power. Another option is, if we do manage to make it to a planet with an atmosphere, we can always land on the surface and chuck wind turbines on. But again, that's not a situation we really want to get into. If we can get to a planet, what we would end up doing is landing near an ice lake and boring the crap out of that and yeah, generating as much hydrogen as we can out of the ice lake. We don't want to have to rely on solar or wind power. It's just doesn't produce anywhere near enough. Like, the solar panels will maybe produce 100 kilowatts or 200 kilowatts optimally, maybe a bit more. The wind turbines optimally, I've seen them up around 600 or 700 kilowatts in a storm. There goes our drills. We managed to go the entire stream last time without doing that, and first thing we do this time is kill them. So I think we're just gonna chuck our drills out, we'll pull our pistons in and get back to doing something else, because if that's a sign of things to come, it's a sign that I don't want to have anything to do with. So we'll jump out of our seat. We're just going to delete the drills because bugger it. Yep. Info tab, 5 blocks there, remove those. Yep. So now they're not just floating around. We can replace them if we want to. And yeah, what we'll do, like if we have a look at our inventory, we'll check out the gold that we have on board. We have got stacks. Definitely no shortages at the moment, so we just chuck it all in the one spot so we can get a better idea of exactly how much we have. So yeah, we've got plenty of platinum. Chuck that up there. Just separate everything into its own containers. That's the same one. That's our refineries. And yeah, we have stacks of iron. Like, that's heaps for now. So yeah, actually first things first, we'll chuck those yield modules on so that way we can get more gold out of the ore that we've just picked up. So chuck another 12 of these on. So yeah, we need a lot of gold for those. So another thing that we'll do, if we have a look at our inventory again, gold is not being refined at the moment. So if we go to our refineries and move the gold up the queue, it'll start refining that. So, and yeah, we've got stone on here, which is not super necessary, but man. And we'll get all of these refineries pumping out gold, so that way we can actually start or, you know, finish off those yield modules, get a little bit better and efficiency going on with that. We can't do in the basic refinery, we can't process gold, so that's just chugging away doing cobalt, which is fine. Like, we don't really need it. Like, we've already got a mountain of it handy, so but yeah, gold is what we need to refine at the moment. So what we could do is just really load up these, max them out, get rid of all the stuff that, yeah, that stone just got chucked out. Oh, maybe it got moved. Pretty sure we've still got the waste dump going, which is fine. Like, that's chucking out stuff like stone and gravel, which is stuff that we don't really want to worry about. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, fill it up with that, and that was a little annoying. And yeah, just going to chock it right up with gold, because at the moment that is the thing that is slowing us down. So yep, they're all full. And yeah, we are actually producing ingots faster than we can use them up. So that's kind of a big thing that will slow us down. So we'll grab some steel plate, we'll place all of those yield modules. Character in, oh, we've already got steel plate in there, and our O2 bottle is empty. So let's fix that now. fill that up. Just one less thing to worry about in the short term. So find where we put our, there it is, 3. And yield module. Now, we could go putting power efficiency modules on things, but we don't really, like if we start running out of power, we'll just turn the power off or turn the parts off, so or the equipment. Yeah, because we're not going to go and configure it to run as if we're always starved for power. That would be a bit counterproductive, I think. We should always be aiming to get everything running as well as we can. So everything's always going to have enough power, so on and so forth. So, and if we can't run it for whatever reason, then what we'll do is just turn off like parts of the ship, so that way, yeah, we can get ourselves out of a bind if we have to. Alright, I think we need to go through and type. Ah, that's why. Okay, try again. There we go. And we still have got extra stuff that we don't need, but meh. Okay, all the yield modules are done. Now, we wanted a cargo container here. So grab some interior plate. But the cargo container is just acting as a connector in effect. Like, okay, now we want to set up all of our engines. So we can only fit one off of there, but we'll fit the 4 off of there, so we'll go for another 5. We'll grab some plate, lay them out. One there. One there. One there. We need somewhere to walk, so let's chuck some floor down. Our suit's running low. It's a shame you can't upgrade your suit so that the battery lasts longer, because that does get a little tedious. It is a very limiting factor. Like, if you want to try and fly a decent distance in a suit, you have to take the batteries with you. You can do it, but it is tricky. And yeah, like, if you wanted to, say, fly from the Earth to the Moon just in a suit, yes, you can do it. Take a couple of oxygen bottles, a couple of hydrogen bottles, and you take some power cells with you. And yeah, you can do it. We're out of plate. So grab some more. But yeah, it's not the easiest way to go about it. Like, just because you can do it, should you do it? Some would argue yes. Like, it seems to be a raider tactic. Okay, we'll add all of these to our build planner. Our production, and we'll just load up as much as we can. Then we'll chuck on the other two engines. I think that's a little bit misleading. You'd think, oh yeah, I can just grab parts from there, but it won't let me. Anyway. Okay, chuck two more engines on here. One there. And another one there. Okay. Add them to the production, collect up the parts. And we'll run around and quickly deposit the parts on the other side, grab the rest of the parts, and then it's just welding up. Something else I think we'll do is, whilst we're down here, we'll stick a light on the front, the spotlight. Not that we've got the drill set up at the moment, but actually we'll stick a light on either side of the camera. Yeah, either side of the camera. So we've still got that set up, so one there, one there. That way, yeah, when we go to scout stuff out or what have you, we can see a bit better. And also, having the two lights there, where they cross over, it does help give a little bit of depth perception. So, because yeah, I struggle with the depth perception in this game. So anyway, let's back up out of here. Well, what we'll do now is we'll clear out jump coordinates and we'll just jump straight towards the Earth-like planet. So we'll do a blind jump rather than a coordinated jump. Just get clear of all the rocks and point ourselves in the direction we want to go. And we want to go that way. And then once we're at the new jump coordinates, we'll scout out whatever rocks that we find over there. We'll just have a quick look around at each bunch of rocks whilst we're waiting for the jump drive to charge. If there's something worth looking at, yeah, we'll go pick it up. If there's not, then we'll jump to the next point. And I think that's how we're going to move on from here. like our jump range is not going to be huge to start with. So if we remove that, 263 k's is our max jump distance because we're really heavy. We're going to double that with like to 526 in theory. Actually, it'd be a little bit less than that because, well, we've already taken into account the mass of the jump drive because we've already got it there. But what we do, we're going to have to add on quite a few jump drives over time to actually increase the range significantly. So yeah, because we are very, very massive comparatively. So let's just fire it off in this direction. Go to our second toolbar and we go jump, and that will just give us a blind jump in that direction. Now, not that it's a problem at the moment, but we're not going to be able to jump directly into a gravity well, like a natural gravity field. But yeah, we can get close. So let's check these rocks out. We've got some time to kill whilst we wait for that to charge up. Change back to our primary or first toolbar, and yeah, we'll just cruise on over here. Let's have a look with the camera. Can we see anything? Nope. Nothing noticeable on the surface. That's quite an oddly textured rock. Is there anything over on that one that we can see from here? We have iron on that one, but we don't really need that. What we want to look for is uranium now. If we can get over to nuclear, we're definitely gonna, well, we're pretty much there. We've built all of the major things that we can to open up the game for us. Once we have a nuclear reactor, we've got power for days. Like, there's no point building it until we have the a uranium source. But yeah, when we do find a uranium source, we're going to frequently be coming back to it, no matter where it is, until we find other ones. And we'll just explore around. If we come across another one, obviously we're going to try and jump to the closest one, given whatever position that we're currently in. And yeah, we're getting hit by the glare of those spotlights pretty bad in the camera. But when we zoom in, it's not so bad. Looks like we might have something in there. We'll check this one out first. But yeah, the other thing as well is, now that we're not going to be relying on our hydrogen engines for traveling like through space, we're going to be using a jump drive for that a lot more. Hopefully we can try to maintain our hydrogen, but that being said, doing all this maneuvering and stuff, it does chew up a fair amount of power, so we should probably think about slowing down so we can scout this out a bit better. What have we got there? We got nickel, saw that just before it dropped down, and we got another nickel deposit over there. It's not really something that we're chasing, but we'll have a good look. Keeping our eyes out for ice as well. We can always do with more ice. Like, we could jump over to that one that we were at earlier, but we don't desperately need it at the moment. So what we'll do is just quickly scout this stuff out, see if we can find any uranium or another gold deposit or platinum perhaps. But otherwise we're just going to jump straight. We're going to do another blind jump. We'll also try and weld up the other jump drive, like once that finishes making all the parts for that. Yeah, we'll weld that up. So let's head to another rock. I think we won't go backwards. We'll go over to that the collection of small ones there. Actually, those ones are really close. So yeah, we'll swing past them, see if there's anything there. Because yeah, you never know. I reckon if there is anything there, it's probably going to be nickel. Oh, maybe not. It might be far enough away from this one with nickel to have spawned something else, but that one looks interesting. There's a little bit of blue there, that could be magnesium. Not that we really need that at the moment either, but the main reason why I want to scope them out is, yeah, because we want to find uranium. Yeah, it didn't look like there was anything there. Nothing popped up on the ore detector. And we've already burnt down to 13% of our hydrogen left. Which, yeah, not ideal, but it's not unexpected. So yeah, I think we'll stop scanning the rocks after this one. Like, we'll jump to the next point and we'll get out of our seat and start finishing off some bits and pieces, like stick the windows up on the habitable deck, I suppose. We'll figure out where we're going to put our med bay, like which one of those holes that we've left there purposely we want to use for our med bay. We'll probably just stick our air vent on the top where we're going to put our doors, set up a ramp to go down, as well as to cover the front part of the ship with armor and stuff. Yeah, just going through, checking out what we want to do. So, but yeah, we'll check this rock out first, because you never know. Yeah, that looks like magnesium. Taking a guess, which we've got a good amount already stored up in our ship, so we don't need to collect it at the moment. So it's not worth going to put drills on for, basically, is what I'm saying. But something, yeah, I don't know, I'm still tossing it up whether or not to make a small little remote controlled ship that we can go and weld up the outside of this ship with. I don't know, I'm in two minds about it. because by the time we got it built, we could have already had everything welded up. And we had a rock just pop into existence up there that might be worth having a look at. We'll just see where the mood takes us. More gyros as well. I think that we're going to have to prioritize that a little bit, because yeah, really feeling the weight. That looks a bit odd. That's just a shadow. So anyway, yeah, it's looking like this is a big bag and nothing. So, on to the next one. Actually, maybe just let's go jump to the next point. See if we can do that. We'll just really start making some decent headway towards Earth. Because yeah, we've got quite a few jumps before we get there. So we'll point ourselves in the direction that we want to go, which is straight at it. And yep, our jump drive is fully charged. So yep, let's jump. Go check out the next spot. And while we're there, checking out the next spot, actually before we do that, we will weld up our other jump drive if we can. So we'll grab that to the build planner, select all the components we can, because we should have made a fair few of those superconductors by now. And what we'll do is chuck a couple more jump drives on the production queue. We won't add them on yet. There we go, we've got another one. So that one's going to charge up. We won't add them on, but we will start manufacturing the parts for it. So, in fact, because we've got all that gold, I'll just add 10. So, yeah, it will just plod along making all that stuff up. And yeah, as we can add more, like once we've got the parts for it, we will weld it up as we go. So what did I want to do here? I wanted to take out this. Actually, no, I wanted to take these out. I want to put steel, like light armor blocks here. So I did grind some of those out. We'll see if we've got enough to run them along that section. Yep. Cool. Okay. Grab a whole bunch of steel plate and drop this stuff off. Now I'm just going to put windows all the way around. I'll put containers in these holes. They will seal them up. In fact, let's put those containers there now. So yeah, we can use them for also connect, like not only sealing the holes, make it airtight, but also what it'll do for us is add a point for conveying up the medical bay. So yeah. Windows we need, and also we've got a spot up here where we can pick up our components from the inside of our ship or inside of this area, so we don't have to constantly go in and out of the airlock and stuff about with it. First thing we can do, or first thing we do, is work on just putting a big glass box around it, and we'll make it airtight. Again, it's not going to be pretty to start with. Like, we're just looking for functional initially. And we can just modify it later on. Alright, we got the girders. Let's set up windows. So chuck the 1x1s, 1x2, and that one. I mean, we could always try and make like a big dome thing, but I think that would just be way too much a struggle initially. Yeah, that looks like a good size. So we'll put the tint to the outside. I don't know how we're going to lay these out. That looks like that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to put a smaller one there, or maybe even put a couple of angle ones there, so we'll make it triangular or something. It looks like we made this pretty square. That was purely coincidental. Didn't plan that. Didn't count it out. Actually, no, it's not quite square. It's 3x4 of these big windows. So, but yeah, it was just a happy coincidence that it worked out this way. What might do is put an angle on the corner here, I think, because we got to fill that spot in anyway. So chuck that there, and then that there. We'll do that in each corner. Again, not pretty, but basically functional. We'll work on making it more spacey looking later. And also we have no door going in or out at the moment. Now we want to use half blocks on the top. Keep the weight down and profile down. So we go put into the G menu. We'll chuck a light armor block there, and we'll chuck light armor slope there, light armor corner. Actually move that across to there, so that there. We'll just add the window back in as we need it. That there. That there. I missed one, I think. No, that was that one. Oh, this one. And that one. Okay, with those, I'm not sure which one we're going to need for what, but oops, that was not where I meant to put it. Oh, this is gonna be tedious. It keeps doing that to me. So we might take out that middle window and put our door in the middle there. And we'll put 2 control seats out the other 2 windows out the front there. Like, not that we need it, but like, because we don't have another person operating the ship, the whole ship can run off of just me controlling it. But I think it'll make it look more like a spaceship sort of idea, or even any kind of ship, 2 control stations. So yeah, we're gonna put all of these across the top, and then we'll fiddle about with the corners, trying to work out what block we need for that. But all along the edges, we're just going to use those little triangle blocks. We need more steel plate, so we can chuck them out now. Suppose we could do that on the ground. Why? See, that is really irritating. Alright, go up here, take out that misplaced block. See, there was no good reason for that, to try and place that like that. And it goes and does it anyway. Oh, isn't that the way you want to lay it down? No! Why the hell would I want that? There it goes again. And again. Are you serious? There is definitely no AI involved in the block placement. Or if there is, it's like one with the most obnoxious training model or a sense of humor. Alright, there we go. That's all that stuff done. Let's check the status of our jump drives. Now it looks like we've got a convention center built on top of our ship, or a function room. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yep, both our jump drives are charged. So let's see how far a blind jump gets us now. 555. Now, we're going to have a 7-minute wait for our jump drives to recharge. Both jump drives are going to take that time, provided we can give them power. That's probably going to be draining our batteries significantly, because I don't think we are producing that much other than the batteries. So we do want to keep an eye on our batteries. But they look okay. Like, they look like they're above 75%. And Earth is getting bigger. That's good. Okay, let's check that rock out. That one looks fairly close. So scope it out with the camera. Can't see anything. Like, nothing obvious. Have a look at this one. That one's barely rendered. So yeah, we'll just focus on this one. See what we can get out of this, if anything. Yeah, you can see our power usage. We've got 23 minutes. If we check out our batteries, we are probably hammering them right now, fully depleted in 3 hours. So we need a lot more electricity to maintain the jump drives to be able to charge. So that is something we really need to keep an eye on. That's why, really looking forward to finding some uranium and building a nuclear reactor. If we can get a nuclear reactor going, we're pretty much, everything else is just going to be expanding up until we hit the PCU limit. And once we've gotten there, there's not much more we can do in the game, like on this server. We can obviously go and explore, trade, make space credits and all that sort of stuff. But where we will get stuck is we can't build beyond a certain point without severely optimizing everything. If we have a look at our PCU costs so far of our build, which we can look at in the info tab. We're a quarter of the way through our PCU, but if we were to stick like stacks of doors down or something like that, which we're going to do, like we're not going to put stacks of doors in, but we're going to put a few, like at least 2, probably 4 or 6, depending on how we want to lay out our the bridge type area. But yeah, if we wanted to go any further than that, then we'd have to look at joining up with a faction and pooling assets or resources and specializing in a particular thing. Whether you want to be a miner or you want to be a warship or something like that. Like if you wanted to have a significant impact in what you can do on the server. Like a warship is not brilliant for mining, and same with like a refinery ship or something like that. Like not if you want to go huge. I had the ion engines on. I was thinking, geez, I'm slowing down very gradually. I must have accidentally turned them on. But yeah, they would have been killing the batteries as well. Not much to say, not much to do. Don't really want to leave the control seat at the moment because we are getting close to the rock. We'll check the jump drive charge. 45 seconds we can jump out, so we'll scout this rock, then jump to the next spot. Yeah, and maybe I think perhaps we could look at like just doing these short hops for the meantime, and yeah, look at perhaps even landing on the moon or something like that. I think that that's achievable in this stream. We've probably got a couple of thousand Ks to go, so a few jumps. But if we can get those other jump drives built, yeah, it's going to significantly reduce it. But yeah, we'll just scout out this rock and then we'll jump to the next point, scout out the next rock there, weld up some more stuff, place some more blocks on the top. Work out those corners and then work on putting an airlock on there. There's a lot of stuff we got to weld up. We'll probably put the airlock on first, so that way we can get in and out. So we'll pop out that front window. But yeah, it's looking like this rock had nothing interesting here, which is a little unfortunate. The other thing is, before we can land on the moon, we are going to have to give ourselves more downward thrusters and also something that we can land with So either a landing gear or some struts of some kind. And I think I've gone a little weird with the blocks. It looks off-centered, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just going cross-eyed. Let's get in closer. Change to our camera. That glare is really annoying. Might offset those things further away from the camera itself. So anyway, don't want to accidentally hit it. It's not scanning anything. How far away are we from? Yeah, we're not too far from the stone. And we are not picking up any ore signals. That's not ideal. So yeah, it's looking like we might just jump to the next spot. Another blind jump. Yeah, looks like nothing. Alright, let's leave this rock. Whoa, they look nasty. Okay, there is the direction we want to go. And we'll jump. We'll head straight to this one here that's directly in front of us. Oh, I just went the wrong way. Went to the wrong planet. That was dopey. We just did a 500k jump back towards Pertram. Alright. Should pay more attention. Oh well. We'll still check this rock out. And we'll place another couple of jump drives, and we don't want to have our backwards thrusters going, slowing us down yet. So yeah, place a couple more jump drives. We put them on the number 8. So yeah, 2 more on. Stick another one there. And we'll put another one there. That'll give us about 1,000 Ks or a bit more. And there's the second one. So still got a little way to go. See if we can get at least one of these welded up. I don't know if we've got enough parts for it yet, but we'll see. Like, we might not be able to use it straight away because we still have to let it charge after we built it. So, but the sooner we get it built, the sooner it can charge up, the sooner we've got an increased range. And I think we're out of semiconductors. Yep. Well, no. I did it again. Shit. Okay. So we killed a bunch of refineries and myself, but we didn't completely annihilate ourselves. I thought we had stacks more time. We were just going faster than I thought we were. I'll pick up the tools from my body. That was annoying. And we've also killed half of our hydrogen tanks over that side. Did we kill that engine? No. Shit. Well, back up. Okay, first thing, see if there's any stuff we can recover. Because we didn't kill all our refineries this time. Yeah, we've got stacks of stuff all over the ground, so we are gonna pick up all of this stuff, chuck it back in there. What a stupid mistake. See? Well, we weren't going as fast this time. I think we hit it last time at 100 meters a second, so, or close to it. So that's something. And also, we didn't lose all of the ores that we'd collected up. So there's something else. Still stupid. But, I mean, we've probably lost a fair bit of fuel. I don't know if we lost the cargo container. No, we managed to stop before, though. We did lose our ore detector. There's the rest of the cobalt. Is there any other stuff floating about? See, we didn't even manage to get up to this part. We did take out a little bit here, but yeah, those front refineries and our piston, ore detector, lights, well, that's falling because gravity now. Alright, so see if there's any stuff falling down here. Doesn't look like it. What a dumb mistake. Alright. Have we sustained any damage to this part? No. Okay, so we've lost a bunch of engines on this side. That one's gonna have to come off. Actually, no, that can stay there, even though it's not doing anything because it is still attached. Whoa. Got a pretty good mess made there. That was probably from random stuff. So anyway, we made it here. We killed the partial jump drive that we built, but we didn't destroy the other ones. So damaged it a little bit, but fix that up. Check the other one, and they've charged up. Okay, so to make this not a complete freaking waste, that's gonna have to be cut and welded, I think. So we'll just drop an ore detector on the front here. Need some steel plate. Oh, that's... Why did I do that? Okay, get rid of that off the build planner. Put that on the build planner, it won't go. There we go. Probably, yeah, nah, either way. We've got that working. Okay, so we'll still scout around this rock. See if there's anything worth... we are not going to have brilliant control, but like we will need to add on a sideways thruster. Like that's going to cause us significant problems. I thought I wasn't pointed directly at it, but obviously I was. Anyway, ore detector. Range up. We got cobalt and nickel. Okay. So let's move that engine from where it is. That one on the side. We'll just move it down a bit. So not going to bother putting all those tanks back on at the moment because just can't be bothered right now. Stupidity. 6. Okay, stick that one on there. And of course I need steel plate for that. Oops, grinder. There we go, now we've got some. 6. See, you can make something foolproof, but you can't make it damn foolproof. Because you can never account for the damn fool. And that seems to be what I've just been. Oh, there they are, the metal grids. Okay, now we've got thrusters in every direction again. And we need more steel plate. There we go, now I'd set it, added it to the build planner properly. And I died that time. That was... unexpected. Well, considering what happened, entirely expected. And I'm not digging the way that thing on the top's looking. I don't really feel like changing it right now, but I think I might at some stage. Also, having those big engines, those big... Oh, we still got a fair amount of fuel on board. It still says 14%, so... But we probably have half as much fuel now as what we did previously. But yeah, I think might make it a little bit narrower profile, bring those hydrogen tanks in a bit. So yeah, not liking where they are. It's way too wide, there's too many of them, and it's way freaking heavy. Like, now we've lost all of that extra mass, we're probably going to find that we can jump a lot further. So, oh, what a stupid idea. Anyway, we'll see if we can jump. Yep, and we can go further. So, let's check that rock out. We've got a whole bunch of really close rocks and no camera for scoping stuff out with. Might just stick one on the front of the refinery. Let's cruise a bit slower. And we'll stick a camera on the front again. Stick it there. Oh, hang on. I didn't check to see that it was well positioned. Yeah, that looks good there like that. And we'll jump back in our seats. Reassign it. Camera 3, hang on, we want the G menu. View. Okay, we now have our camera back on. Can't see anything there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Something there. So, yeah, we're going to head towards that. And also, what we are going to do is add in that other hydrogen thruster, even though it's not going to be a permanent thing. And that one there looks a little oddly coloured. We've got some iron on there. So yeah, that one there looked interesting. Might not be, but it looks weird the way it's rendered. Try not to aim directly at it this time. So I suppose, yeah, I'll get to welding those hydrogen tanks on again. Not going to go out as wide this time because it is a bit unwieldy. Probably take off that starboard thruster there. This rock's quite close now, so let's have a look. Whoops. Nope. this got anything we can see on it? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, why is that engine not going? There is a lot of really small pieces all just around that. That looks really difficult to navigate through. Let's go over here. And again, we're just quickly scouting out to see if there's anything we want to grab. Not really much to say other than I really wish I hadn't destroyed half the ship again. What do we got there? Silicon. Nah, we don't need that. Got plenty of it at the moment, so just keep on drifting through. Have a look at the next nearest group. I think it's these ones here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it significantly shorter. Like this thing on the side. It just doesn't really make for easy flying. Make it narrower. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but now there's something that looks interesting. That really dark spot. Let's check that out. That looks like something that we definitely want to check out. Because if that is uranium, which it looks like it might be. Then there's our next milestone done. Don't want to get my hopes up too soon. But it looks like it is. Yep. It definitely looks like it. So yeah, we're gonna mine the crap out of that. We're gonna build ourselves a nuclear reactor. I think we'll chuck it on the back. Like a big nuclear reactor. Pretty sure that we've got every... Yep. Excellent. Okay, so that's improved the mood from the tragedy of again destroying half the ship. Well, not quite. Well, actually, yeah, half the hydrogen tanks. But yeah. We'll set our GPS first before we forget to do that, because that is not something we want to do. Excellent. Okay, now, whoops. Let's chuck our piston and, well, let's get some more air first. And set up for drilling that out. Drill. All right. Just gonna work on getting as much of this as we can. Then we'll jump away. But we will come back. We'll take all of this that we can. In fact, we'll probably wander around a little bit as well. Check out the rest of the asteroid and see if there's any other spots on here where there might be some uranium. Come on. I want steel tubes. What's going on? Alright. Which way is up? This way, so... So yeah, we'll put all the parts for our nuclear reactor onto production as well. And we'll start digging out this uranium. And then, yeah, probably reconfigure the ship again. We'll chuck some big ion thrusters on there so that way we can actually move around without having to rely on the hydrogen so bad. We can get rid of some of these engines, chuck out some of the weight. Yeah, so anyway, we need to put that piston on our toolbar. Reverse, okay, so camera, reverse the piston. Put 5 and 9, 10 drills on and just inch into it. something that I did say I was going to do, what I didn't, was the reactor. Want a large reactor. Get rid of all this stuff for now. Clear it out. Okay, large reactor. Reactor components. Then those, they are going to take forever to do. But once they're done, like once we've got a large reactor, like yeah, electricity problems are going to go away. Like we'll probably come back here many times, but we will scout out other locations, like looking for uranium, but now we have everything we need. I don't think we found platinum in, oh, did we find platinum in space? I think we might have near Pertram, but it's not super essential. We have everything we want now. Yeah, I think I'm going to rip that thing off the top. I'll grind down all of that stuff because I think it looks hideous. And trying to make something out of that, that's just going to be an uphill battle. But yeah, once we've dug all this stuff out, we'll have a quick scout around the rest of the asteroid, see what we can find. But now we've got the uranium, we can build our nuke, and also we can make missiles if we need them. Like if we really want to go hardcore with offensive weapons, we could make warheads and all that sort of stuff, make massive bombs, but we don't want to go and ruin other people's days, not unless they start something. If they have a land base and they start something, I'd be interested to see what would happen if you dropped a warhead from like a very high altitude, see if you can make a gravity bomb, but at the same time, yeah, I'm not going to go start a fight with anybody. The other things we can make is artillery shells. Like a lot of the weapons use uranium, so. But we want it for power. First thing though, once we've dug out as much of this as we can, we'll have a look and see how the production's going, see how soon we can get that reactor up. It might be worth putting on ion engines rather than relying like if we put big ion engines on the ship, because they will be able to move us around. They will still be slow comparatively, but we don't have to rely on the hydrogen engines then. If we want to move quickly or something like that, then we can, but if we just want to putter along, like for landing on a planet, like we'll definitely use them, and we'll have a whole bunch ready to go. But if we're just cruising through space, the big ion engines will work just fine. I thought the small ones would do a little better than they did. Turns out, nope. They are really a waste of batteries. And the other thing that we're going to want to do is rearrange all those hydrogen tanks. We'll make the ship a bit more streamlined. I'm going to chop off all of that stuff I've done on the top because I think it's just, yeah, it just doesn't look right. Might just cover it all up. Just put all heavy armor up the top there. And maybe space it out a bit from everything else, so it goes in line with the engines. So I think that might be the way to go. And we'll just make a small cockpit area, like a small pressurized area. Let's turn on our waste dump. Yeah, we don't really need to pick up the stone. We don't need to keep the stone. Have that jamming everything up. But the other thing as well is by reconfiguring all the parts of the ship, like if we have less hydrogen tanks, now that we don't have to rely on it, we're going to be a bit lighter. So that's a bonus. Not having to drag that much ice around with us, also a bonus. We can just, yeah, like the power density of like all the uranium ingots is significantly better than having to run on hydrogen all the time. We can get rid of all our hydrogen engines now, so that will greatly reduce our mass. Yeah, we're still carrying a lot of ore and stuff like that, but you know, like we're processing all of that and using it and whatever, but the hydrogen engines, yeah, we were using them for generating power, but if we don't have to do that anymore, yeah, definitely not going to keep them because it's just extra weight, extra PCU cost, and the amount of power we can generate with a large reactor is significantly higher, like 300 megawatts. Like you would need I would have to double check because I'm not 100% certain what. I think it was 5 megawatts was the no, that's the small nuke. I think that's 500 kilowatts. No, maybe it is 5 megawatts for the hydrogen engine. So we would need a lot. We'd need like 60 of them to be the equivalent power output, I think it is. So yeah. It might be worth keeping one as a spare, but also at the same time, maybe it's not worth it. I think we'll just rip them all out once the reactor's built and we've got enough fuel to run it. Yeah, it's really a tough call. I mean, if we've got plenty of materials, like if we needed to, we could build one in a pinch if we had hydrogen and we ran out of uranium. But hopefully we don't end up in a position like that, because we've got batteries. We can always jump over to this position. If we're running on ion engines, we'll be able to mine, you know, a bit of uranium before we completely ran out. Or if worse came to worse, we could jump close to the uranium and then fly over in a suit, mine out a suit full by hand, and then fly it back, chuck it in the refinery. I mean, we may still have to, like, you know, you just have to make sure the batteries don't run dry. But yeah, got nearly all of this out now. And I think that that's pretty much all that we're going to get out of that. So we can pull that piston back and we'll have a look around the rest of the rock. Then we'll chuck the reactor on the back. So that way, if we do something stupid again, like what we have been doing and flying directly into big space rocks, the reactor will be at the back and it's not as likely to get destroyed, because yeah, that's a resource intensive part. Should also have a look at and see how much we actually got out of that chunk. So we'll just pick a container to dump everything in. Everything's stuck in the drill. That's not good. Okay. What that usually means is this stupid thing is buggered up again. And a lot of that stuff we didn't actually collect. What a stupid thing. Everything looked like it was going fine. Well, we did get a fair bit. We probably didn't get all of it. We've got a bunch there as well. Move that down. Won't let us. Chuck that there. Actually there. Move that up. Move that up. Move that up. Take that out. And put that in. Okay. So. Fill up our reactors with the uranium. Take out the other stuff. fill up the refineries with uranium, not the reactors. So we'll get the uranium ingots pumping out. And let's get to building a reactor. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna take this out here. Put in a couple of small cargo containers. Like that. Select those, build planner, and get the rest of the parts. And then on the other end of this is where the reactor's going. So, hey. We picked the small reactor because we can also switch it between the large reactor. So now 2 of the sides don't have ports on them, so I think like that way is going to be the best way. Because yeah, the way that it's going to be set up there will be the top and the bottom don't have conveyor ports on it. Alright, now welder, build planner, and away we go. Alright, what am I getting stuck on? Probably reactor components, yep. Silver. Inventory, do we still have silver? No. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, so let's have a look at our assembler. Yeah, it's all full of... Oh, that one is, but that's not the problem. That one's not full, so we can... What do we need? Gravel. Okay, so we need to turn the ore dump off and start refining stone. I forgot about the stone. Okay, the waste dump goes off. Now we go, oops. Camera. Extend out drills. Extend out the drills, and we'll drill a bunch of stone and we'll start making gravel again. Should have thought of that. We're going too quick. So yeah, one of the refineries we will just process the amount of stone as quickly as we can. And we've probably broken the damn thing again. Yeah, typical. Now we have a look at. Oh, turn that damn thing off. Let's have a look at the camera. Okay, inventory, refineries, and stone. Okay, basic refinery, process stone. That process stone, just smashed it out super quick. Actually, yeah, there we go. Production, and away we go. We need a lot of gravel, which is kind of annoying. Stop thinking for yourself, you stupid thing. Okay, let's dig out shitloads more stone. We'll just fill up with stone. Then we're gonna do a jump, I think. Cause, yeah. We got nickel nearby. If we saw another uranium signal, we'd dig all that up as well, but we do not. And I'm running out of air. Camera. But yeah, bye-bye electrical problems. That's gonna be great. So now we've got the uranium. Yeah, we're gonna try jump towards the Earth Moon. We'll just, whilst we're here, pick up a whole bunch of stone and we'll process that so we can make the pesky gravel, which we've been working around so much, having to deal with. Now we actually want, and then accidentally kept chucking it out like an idiot. But, you know, I should probably try to work with my strengths more, which is making poor choices. Anyway, okay, so we have the GPS marker for that. Now let's just check to see if we're jumping the right direction. Yes, we are. So let's blind jump towards Earth, like world. we're going to try and get there before the end of the stream. So, and yeah, we're going to clean all that crap off the top because I've changed my mind significantly since we first put that up there. Also going to seriously modify this, so I'm going to do that now. Whoops. Come back. No parts. Don't leave. Oh well. Oh. More parts fallen. Alright, so... Oh, come on. Go in there. Chuck on 2 hydrogen engines here. Actually, might need to come out a little bit wider. May still need to be that wide, but it doesn't have to be that long. Or does it? I don't know. Yeah, we'll just put it back on the way it was. Okay, steel plate. Alright, so we want to come out 2, because otherwise we're going to end up blasting our jump drive. I'm thinking that we did lose a cargo container. Okay. Did we have... Yeah, we did have another tank in front of that. So we had a tank there and then 3 tanks back. Because we are going to need a lot of downward thrust. Like for landing on planets and whatnot, because that is still a goal. I think I may have gone too many out. Maybe... What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, too many. So take 1 out. Alright, let's weld these up and we'll put engines back on them. Hang on. What's on our build planner? The nuke. So we'll see if we can build more of the nuke up. Still need an enormous amount of reactor components, and no doubt it is not prioritizing the stone because that's what we want it to do. It's still plugging away at it. Alright, I'll just leave it be. Yeah, we'll start getting ready for atmospheric entry. So, or not necessarily atmospheric, but gravity entry. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. So we'll clear the build plan of that. See if we can reach that. Yep. Okay, that's that one done. Why? he got stuck and yeeted himself. There we go. That didn't work as planned. And we're out of steel tubes, probably. Oh well. We had built those assemblers like we was planning to. Would be having this problem right now. Yeah, here we are. Although thinking about it, if I chuck another cargo container on here, I'll stick the assemblers off with there, and I've got space all the way around. So yeah, that'll be inspirational moment, and I'll stick those ones on as slaves to the other one. Oh, I want an interior plate. That was silly. So that there. Weld it up. Okay. Now grab the steel plate and assembler, wherever it is. There we go, number 2. There. And there. So, collect the parts, weld it up. Alright, need displays. Put them forward. Put those forward. Alright. Have we got everything? Yes, we have everything. Okay, that one's done. So, definitely them move forward, those moved forward. Actually, just move them back. Clear up the build planner, because that's getting irritating. There we go. Chuck some speed modules on this. Or actually, I'll configure them first, then put the speed modules on. So, go here to production. Enable cooperative. And same with this one. Did it? Yes, it did. What a stupid thing. Alright. That needs to be moved. Should have been that way. Okay. Yeah, it needed to be piped correctly. And we go to production for this one, and we put that one on cooperative as well. Now we add the speed modules to it, which is that one, and we add them all the way around. And go through every single orientation other than the one we want until we get to the one we want. There and there. Just add them all on first, place them all, and then we'll build them all up. Speed modules, easy enough to make because we don't need any gold or whatnot for them. So, okay, let's get welding up, weld it up, yep, and the last one, just fill up parts, there we go. Done. See, we eventually got to adding on the extra assemblers. I mean, we could do with some more. Okay, we need to check out our production queue. We've got, actually, if we have a look at our primary production queue off of the first industrial assembler. Nope. Okay. Still need computers. I don't know where everything's been go on or put to, but yeah, anyway, we're all good to go now. Okay, so check out, yep, we've got that done. Now we are starting to pump through a lot more of the reactor components. Still only halfway there. A little over halfway there with the reactor components, but getting closer. Okay. Let's see if we can jump. Blind jump, yes. Earth is getting a lot closer. We're going to go for the moon first, I think. And also something that's worth checking out to see how much ice we have. Because, yeah, we are running low on fuel. We have no ice. So, that's a little bit concerning. Now, this would not have been a problem had we not destroyed half the damn ship. For the second time. I mean, yeah, you know, we could have ended up much worse, but we could have been much better off. But yeah, I'm really determined to try and get to the moon this stream. What is this? This is number 10, so, you know, a little over 3 hours of stream. That's 30 hours spent so far. And yeah, I'd be playing the game anyway, but at the same time, you know, I really wish we hadn't have annihilated ourselves so badly like that. Not once, but twice. But anyway, we'll see if we can pick up some ice from this rock. We need to chuck another cargo container on where we obliterated the other one, as well as replace all the engines that disappeared. I mean, if worse comes to worse, as long as we can land on the moon, we'll land near the pole where all the ice is. So, like, we can just mine mountains of it there before we take off. Like, there is a lot of ice on the moon. I mean, we could even put wheels on this. Like, it's not the best way. Finding an ice asteroid would be the best way. Oh, we don't have any thrusters in that direction. That was not something I was accounting for. Doesn't look like there's anything on here, and the server's going to restart soon, so let's just jump towards the moon again if we can before the server. No, we can't jump. Also can't really do much to completely kill our speed. But, oh well. Alright. What is that? That's just a shadow looking thing. Alright. I'm gonna grind off all those little ion thrusters. And I might stick a hydrogen thruster there. Oh no. Put stuff away. Damn it, it's gone. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah. Put one of those on there like that. That should be fine. It's a long way away from the other one. And at least we'll kill our sideways momentum. Put stuff away. Okay, what the hell are we collecting that we don't know? We don't want that stuff. Alright. Now we can stop. Alright. And we are fast running out of fuel. Let's see if we can weld up a little more on the nuke. No. Probably out of gravel again. Production. How are we for it? Yep, our jump drive's charged, so let's point right at the moon. And we will try jump towards that. We're getting closer. I really felt like we didn't get any closer. Okay, hydrogen. We need ice. So, let's make a run at this. Yeah. Actually, before we do that, let's zoom in. We'll see if we can see any ice. Nope. Before we start running at something. That one. Can't tell. Can't tell with that one neither. Don't know. Don't know. Alright. Let's make a go at this one. So, please have ice. While we're at it, we'll have a look at the inventory and we'll reorder what the refinery is doing, and we'll put stone in there if we have any stone still. Yeah, we've still got stacks of it. We want that going in first. So fill that right up. And that one, not cobalt, want stone. So we want the gravel done. Stone. Full. Fill that back up. Stone here. So yeah, fill them up. Fill that back up. We should probably keep the uranium refining, but at the same time, we can't use it until we've got that gravel done. So just keep topping these up. Because yeah, we might need those ion thrusters sooner rather than later. And the other thing I'm going to need is need to breathe. And just have a quick look around and figure out where I want to. I might stick some cargo containers on the back next to that, between those hydrogen tanks and that thruster. That thruster I will move to the other side. I only chucked it there as a temporary thing so it works whilst I get the tanks welded up on the other side. But yeah, we are fast running out of fuel. That is not good. So we want that reactor up and going so we don't run out of energy, electricity. Chuck the thrusters, H2 thrusters, add that other one to it. Okay, we can see iron. We don't need that, we want ice. So, that looks like ice. So, let's see if we can swing it around. The server is going to restart whilst I'm trying to maneuver. Want to try it? There it is. That looks like the ice right there. So yeah, really cutting it right down to the wire now. This is really not the way I like to go about doing things. But at least we're going to survive. So yeah, chuck on the camera and we'll extend our pistons out. Turn on the drills, see if we can get anything. No. There's the server restart. So I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back shortly. Okay. Now, for some odd reason, that was dumping out all the stone. That's exactly what we don't want to happen at the moment. And we've got no drills. Okay. So, we're going to kill the engines at the moment because we have got bugger all fuel. Add the piston head. I don't know where the drill head went whilst we were gone. I think it just despawned. Okay, take off the damn reactor. Okay, now drills. And we'll put them on again. We are cursed with drills. Anyway, chuck all them back on. And I think we might chuck some lights on as well because it is very difficult to see what we're doing. Actually, I don't know if I could be bothered. It would be a smart thing to do, but as you've seen, we don't always do things the smart way. We do things the postal method, which is, well, it's good enough, we'll just see what happens. It's probably why I end up struggling so much, but it is what it is, you know, like, embrace who you are. I think I went over this before. Don't pretend to be someone that you're not. Or at least I don't. Alright, now we've got our drills back on again after they just evaporated due to whatever. I have no idea where they went. Try to position ourselves a little bit, which we're going to need the engines on for. And yeah, we definitely really should have left the lights or put lights on, but we'll just make do. We just want to grab this ice. Because yeah, if we wait too much longer, we are gonna be out of fuel, out of power, dead in the water, mining by hand like a tool. And not a very useful tool at that. A tool that is only really a tool that's in the hands of an idiot. Which I suppose is fairly accurate a description as to everything that has happened so far. We've destroyed the ship twice, or made 2 goes at destroying the ship twice. We've gone through a hell of a lot of drills. Like, I might go back through all the videos and count all the drills that we've knocked off. And I mean, that's a big job to do. There's a lot of video to go back through. I don't know if I can be bothered doing that. I might do that as a running count when I go to edit the videos down, make them shorter into more manageable, watchable chunks rather than a massive 3-hour live stream, which I wouldn't expect
many people would be interested in sitting through. Just me ramble on shit, like just random stuff that pops into my head, like I did last time, or the time before last, actually. Jeez, I really went on a tangent. But, yeah, like, I suppose I could tell stories, pretend to be the engineer, tell stories as if the engineer had once been a space marine. Why? Okay, what's in there? Is there any... No, there's no ice in there. I'm just going to delete them. Okay, info. Remove. Yes. How much ice did we collect before that? Inventory. Some. Okay, so we got a little bit of ice. Okay, so turn off our engines and we'll try to weld up the rest of this damn thing. So that way we have got something other. Something else making electricity for us rather than the ice block machine. Yes, okay. Now, we really should try to collect more of that ice. So, let's add a piston head and try to collect up more of that. Okay, so yeah, we are using the 3 steps, or 2 steps forward, 3 steps backwards, and then another step forward, and then we take 2 back, and then we crawl forward a couple of steps, and end up right back where we started. Again, mighty frustrated in the process. Alright, put the drills back on yet again. So yeah, like if anything, what I have very well demonstrated is how to put drills on the end of a piston. Come on. Alright. Repeatedly. It's not necessarily something that needs to be shown this many times. It certainly does not need to be done this many times. Well, actually thinking about it, yeah, it does, because I've broken them off that many times. And I think that the reason why I keep knocking them off is because I hit them sideways. So, yeah, if we have a look, we change our angle here. We're really struggling for room. But yeah, we'll at least attempt it. Hopefully not lose our mind in the process. turn our thrusters back on. We are increasing our fuel quantity very, very slowly. But yeah, we'll try to collect up as much ice as we can without smashing off the drills, because we are going to want a good chunk of it for when we land on the moon. I wonder if the Apollo guys had this much trouble. They didn't have the ability to be able to do repairs like this, so Apollo 13 guys, yeah, geez, they had it hard comparatively. And you got to give them props as well. Geez, the things that they had to try to find solutions for, and also the NASA ground guys, geez. Okay, the mass is still going up, so that's a good sign that we haven't broken anything. We are actually collecting ice. Also, the thing is getting very hard to turn. But yeah, we have got power for quite some time now. That's good. So yeah, we can start tearing down those hydrogen engines. That'll get rid of some weight for us. Yeah, we don't need them anymore. They're not critical, that's for certain. I mean, they still do produce a little bit of power, but we want to focus on maintaining the hydrogen usage for our engines now, our thrusters. And yeah, the other thing that we want to do is look at making our ship something that will be able to land. And I think we will go for the pole, just so, yeah, we'll go park in the ice field or something like that. We'll put a drill that drills straight down. Like, we'll just attach that on the back or something like that, and yeah, pick up a bunch of ice and fly over to another spot, pick up a bunch of ice, do that a bunch of times, and yeah, just sit on the moon for a little while making hydrogen. And yeah, allowing the piston. Yeah, we'll finish welding up the engines. It's really, really, really slow. Not going to pick up anything else that we don't need. In fact, I might dump all of that stone and gravel now, because I'm not going to build another reactor for a while. So, yeah. We've got number 6, and we'll throw the rest of that out, grab some more air, and once that stops, oh yeah, that's the other thing, that's all gonna get thrown away down that way because we've got the gravity generator on. So anyway, chuck that on production, that on production, that, and that. Make all the parts up for that stuff. Okay, then we can collect up the parts. We'll do them one at a time. What do we got? G. Turn them off. Start with this one. There we go. Get our ship back to its well, not really glorious before, but it was a damn sight better than where it was. Ah, come on. Production. Alright, there's another one done. Still dumping the stone. Alright, now we got all of our hydrogen tanks up. It's probably going to say we're at like 0% or 1, probably 1. We can also strip out those engines. Oh, we're at 2. Okay, we'll take these out because they're going to take up parts as well as yeah, we want a lot of the parts for the hydrogen thrusters, like steel tubes and all that sort of stuff. Actually, make sure that they don't go floating off into space. But yeah, we don't need these things eating up all the fuel as well, so because we've got electricity being produced by our nuke, which is good. So yeah, we can rip these ones out as well. Might leave one just in case I do something dumb, which seems highly likely. But the other thing as well is getting rid of all of these is going to potentially reduce a lot of our weight. Why can't it be deposited? Okay. Alright. Gradually getting rid of them. But yeah, I mean, the number one reason why I want to get rid of these is I don't want to be burning hydrogen on other things. That's just not a problem that we need. We could also probably do with some more gyros. Geez, we're still dumping the stone out. How much do we pick up? How much weight have we lost? About 1 million kilos so far. Alright, let's start adding thrusters on. So we want not there, idiot, there, and there, and there, and there, and another one there. Alright, and we're going to want to put, we're going to want to finish or actually replace all of these bottom ones. So put them all the way along. So that way, yeah, we can overcome just about any gravity well. Like, we're gonna have to lose a bit of weight, like, which we're doing. Has the gravel stopped? Yeah, so we'll have a look and see what our mass is now. Although it would have gone up since I've added all these engines on. The thrusters. So yeah, we are still quite heavy, but we are going to... Oh, there's one that we can take off as well. What the hell am I doing? I mean, we added a bunch, and we're going to take that one off. Oh, we could probably put another one on the inside here, pointing inwards. Like, those two will complement each other in opposite directions. Let's just go to the production and we'll have a look at the thrusters, and we'll just put a bunch on there. So large hydrogen thrusters, chuck 20 on, and we'll move up the pipes to the front. Don't know how many of those we have, but I know that we've probably got stacks of steel plate, and we've probably got a fair bit of construction components. So, but yeah, metal grids I'm not sure. Don't know which one I was working on. Oh well. Start again. No. Build plan is empty. Anyway, so whatever. Just knock all these out as quickly as we can. And also reconfigure them so they're set up on the group properly. Oh, we're out of metal grids. That's tragic. Metal grids. Oh, we are making them. There we go. Next one. Ah, missed it again. I wanted to add it to the build planner. Ah, because it already had everything. Well, there you go. Just needed to be welded. Alright, another one. Boom. Couple more here. Another one. And this one. Missed it. There we go. Is that one side completely done? I think it is. Excellent. Okay, let's finish off this one. We probably want to chuck those things out because they're useless on something this size. But anyway. And our battery in our suit is going flat yet again. see if we can get the last one done prior to having to go and sit down. Because, yeah, we need to go sit down anyway. Bugger it. Missed it. Alright. So, yeah, we'll gas up, oxygen, and then we'll have a seat, reconfigure the engines, and actually we'll jump to the moon now. Yes, 610 Ks. That's nearly Perth to Kalgoorlie distance in 10 seconds. That's nice. Okay, now configuring engines yet again. H2 thrusters. Okay, so add all the new ones that we've just put on. Save. Now we turn them all off. We check to make sure they're all off. Yep, we're all good. Now if we turn them all on, are they all on? Yes, they are. Okay, now we have got plenty of power for getting down to or landing. Now we just need to have plenty of fuel. So let's just burn in the general moon direction. Okay, we need to turn off or add that on. Now H2 back. There's one backwards, there's the other backwards. Save, on, off. There we go. Now we're cruising. Let's tear all that stuff off the top whilst we're just floating along. Bust out the grinder, because yeah, I just don't like the way this looks. This is hideous. Could have done a lot better. Should have done a lot better. So yeah, chuck the whole thing out, start again. There's no point in trying to make something really abominable work. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy task. Trying to make something positive out of this fiasco. And at the moment, all it is doing is adding weight. So let's just not go down that route. And we'll get rid of all of this stuff as well, because we don't need to do it like this. I think, well, we are throwing chunks off, probably empty what we got. Now, I was thinking as we were going along with this, yeah, this is not going to go quite the way I want it to. I mean, after the accident as well, I kind of lost interest in pursuing this particular part at that particular time in that particular way, because yeah, it got pretty well annihilated, and it was not looking like it was going to turn out the way I wanted it to. What the hell is going on now? Fighting with lag now. It's not brilliant. Oops. Okay, we're full again. This is going to take a lot of effort to get all this stuff up. There's me thinking, oh yeah, let's go the interior wall thing for a change. You know, do something different than I normally do. We'll leave these blocks up here, and we'll just work our way around so painfully, slowly. Hey, how you going? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Like, I can't read that particular text font, so yeah, if I was to attempt it, it would be horrifying. But hello. I don't know if you're still there. I don't look at the chat very often because I didn't expect anybody to be watching. But how you going? Are you still watching? Let's have a look. Anyway. Yeah. Well, if you're still watching, hello, welcome. Suit's running out. Let's see if we can jump. Yeah, we can jump to the moon. I accidentally opened my helmet like a tool. So let's get the health back. And now we try and jump. Yes. Okay, I have no idea where we went. I think we overshot. Oh no, we didn't. We are still in the vicinity. So, let's check out these rocks if we got some more ice nearby. That could be useful. You never know, we might be able to find another uranium deposit. We do have a good one, which is a fair way away now. What is it? A couple of thousand Ks away. So yeah, finding something closer would be nice. But let's check, see what we've got. We still have plenty of ore. Yes, we've still got an enormous amount of uranium ore. So yeah, we are in a pretty good position to be in at the moment, fuel-wise, like electrical fuel at least anyway. Now, what we might do is have a look at building the parts for our large ion thrusters, because we'll chuck those on. That will help us out with maneuvering in space. So large ion thrusters, we're going to want quite a few of those. So 12, that'll be 2 in every direction. That'll be a good start. So yeah, get pumping away on those. Like if we could find more gold and more platinum, that would also be something very handy for us, because then we can make up the ion thrusters with their material that we'll need for the ion thrusters. But yeah, we'll just take it as it comes, I guess. I don't know if you can still hear me, but is your name Maxim Chernik? I'm not sure, but hello, either way. I'm just using Google Translate, and I'm guessing that's how you'd say it. Like, something that I have noticed about this game is that it does seem to be very popular in Eastern Europe. Like, I see a lot of like Russian and other countries in the vicinity around there playing the game. It seems to be very popular. Over there, so, and also seems to be quite popular in Australia, or at least, you know, like I've seen a lot of Australian YouTubers playing this game, as well as like all over the rest of the world. It's still a very popular game considering the age of the game, like, which is quite remarkable, I think. But I suppose there is an incredible amount of intricacies to the game, which makes it quite challenging to get proficient at, which I would say I'm nowhere near at yet. Like, I can play the game to a degree, but also, like, I make a lot of dumb mistakes. Okay, let's slow down. And we'll see what our oil detector is doing, if it's working properly. Yeah, that's up full. So we're just not detecting anything. Let's get a bit closer in. We'll have a closer look at this bunch of space rocks here. See if we can find some ice, perhaps. That looks like a big collection of something. But it's just odd shadows. Wonder who else is on the server. Only a couple other people. Don't know how far away they are. I've never had much luck finding anybody when I go looking for them. Not looking for them to start a fight, more just curious to see what they build. Usually people are quite happy to get away from the unknown signals, not let their location be known. With good reason, mind you. I mean, like on the other server that I was playing on quite a bit. Yeah, like if you were in one place too long, it was hazardous to your build. Is there anything in this pile of rocks? Doesn't look like it. That looks like that could be something. Let's have a look. No, looks like it turned out to be nothing. Alright, let's move on. Whoa, shit. That was close. Okay, where's the moon? There it is. Okay, I wonder how far we are now. Look like we've gotten a lot closer. Okay, we are still not realistically ready to land. Unless of course we put a landing gear on it. If we do that, we should be fine. Where's the Earth? There's the Earth. So I think that we're inside our maximum jump range. 7. See what happens. So it doesn't look like we're 600 k's away. And yeah, we've overshot it by the look of things. By a long way. Oh well. Let's check out some of these other rocks. Let's have a look at this one. we'll have a look and see what is making us as heavy as we are. Yeah. Don't really want to chuck out any of the ores. But if we were going to chuck something out, chuck out the nickel. Obviously we're going to be keeping the platinum. We're still processing ice, so got a whole bunch of gravity components there. Oh, that was for the other jump drive we were working on before, when we had the tragic crash. But anyway, let's focus on not crashing again. Blast over to this rock. Check it out. See if there's anything we can grab from it that we want. I suppose the other thing we can do is grind down all that crap on the top that I've decided that I don't want there anymore. Could always weld the floor up too. In fact, I think I might. Chuck some feet on it. Oh, maybe just a landing gear. I think we'll just go simple. Ah, smooth blues music. One of the things that I really love about this game is everything that I dreamt of being able to do when I was a kid. I wanted to be an astronaut, and I live in Australia, so yeah, I don't know if there's any Australian astronauts. Our contribution to the space program has been, we're on the other side of the planet and we listen for stuff when it's the wrong time of the day. Yeah, I was never going to end up getting the opportunity to go to space. You'd have to join the military, become a well-renowned pilot, test pilot, all the rest of that sort of business, which I really wanted to do. But yeah, it turns out, no, that was not on the cards for me. So, yeah, it's like, oh, go and be a scientist and you might get to go to space. Yeah, nah, that's not likely either. Realistically, what's the chances? Nowadays, on the other hand, if I had have continued in engineering and actually worked on getting a degree and all that sort of stuff, I could have gone and worked with Tesla or SpaceX or whatever. I mean, there was a lot of things when Tesla was starting up, I was working on the same sort of projects. Like, there was a lot of interesting patent stuff that had been done with battery technology. This is prior to lithium batteries being as popular as they are now. I did build a couple of EVs. And yeah, I really did see the future coming. But unfortunately, again, I live in Australia. It's kind of the opposite of the land of opportunity. We are the land of the nanny state, where everything gets overregulated and innovation gets stifled because some dumb idiot went and touched the hot wire and ruined it for everyone else. Everyone who has sense towards, if it looks dangerous, don't put your fingers on it. Whereas you've got that one person that says, nah, bullshit, and goes and touches it anyway. And then you have to deal with them. Take them to the hospital, make sure they don't swallow their tongue. And we end up with a stupid new law, which is usually named after the idiot that caused it in the first place. Like Bob's law of don't touch the freaking bare electrical cords or something like that. And yeah, if you go and do something like change a light bulb in your house without having adequate either supervision from a licensed contractor. Now, I'm exaggerating, it's not a light bulb thing. The light bulb thing, like when I was working for a particular government department, we actually had an issue with a light bulb that we were not allowed to change anymore because someone put the wrong kind of light, forced the wrong kind of light bulb into a socket. I don't want to say where I was working, but yeah. Now, it got to the point where we had to do a half-day training course as to how to put light bulbs in. And how absurd is that? It's like, it doesn't fit. The other one, he broke the socket and 2 light bulbs trying to jam the damn thing in. Didn't get it to work either. Like, not that you'd really expect it to, but it's like, ruined it for, you know, what was it, 35,000 other employees across the entire bloody country at the time had to suffer the stupidity of one fool. It's like, why can't we just say, that guy's an idiot and he can't touch anything maintenance related, regardless. Everybody else that was been doing everything fine for the last 100 freaking years, yeah, no, you're good to go. Let's just leave you to do your job as you have been doing, and we'll just deal with the idiot. And it's like, no, see, here's the problem is, Postal, is that we have to account for every single potential stupid act. And if somebody does something stupid, it means that the potential that somebody else may do something stupid has increased. And we would be negligent if we let stupid people do things that everybody else is capable of. So no one's allowed to do anything anymore. And like, yeah, it's just absurd to me. Why can't, like, if I'm choosing to do something, I should be aware of the risks of what I'm doing. And, you know, I've made a lot of mistakes, but I'm still alive because everything is a calculated risk. I try to use a modicum of common sense when I'm going about doing certain things. Some people choose to play on the ignorance of things. It's like they go and ruin something and then say, well, it's not my fault, nobody showed me. And it's like, well, if you didn't know what you were doing, you could have asked a question, you know? Well, he didn't know, and that was the problem. And I have no idea what causes this kind of problem in society. But it is getting worse. The more times dumb things happen and idiots try to say it's not my fault, the more stupid laws we have to deal with. The more laws you have, the more chance of breaking the law you end up with, and then you have to go and talk to police about things that you really can't be stuffed with. And then the police go, oh, I'm just doing my job, and it's like, you don't even know what your damn job is anymore because you used to be, that guy kills people, go and catch that guy. Now it's, that guy is driving a kilometre an hour over the speed limit. He thinks he's doing the right thing, driving at or below the speed limit, but because your magic ray gun is telling everybody that it's a little bit different. Or how about this? We have school zones, so you have to drop down to 40 kilometers an hour at certain times of the day around in particular areas. So from 60 or 50, you've got to drop down to 40. Now, my brother got pulled over and given a speeding fine for 20 k's an hour over the speed limit at, I think it was 2 minutes to 4, and the school zone ended at 4 o'clock. My brother was looking at the clock in his car. Yeah, he probably should have given himself a little bit more of a buffer zone, but he thought it was after 4 o'clock, didn't even think about it. There was no kids there, nothing, perfectly safe. Cop pulls him over and says, no, according to my watch, it's 2 minutes too. And then the cop goes and pulls somebody else over whilst they write my brother a ticket up and says, yeah, it's 1 minute to 4, you're speeding. Now, that's just absurd. The reason why they did that in the first place was to try and promote people to slow down when there's kids around and make it safer. But a minute either way, and that was the cop's watch they were going off. There's no calibration certificate or... my brother should have pulled his phone out and says, well, according to my phone, this is the time, and that's set by GPS, satellites and whatnot. Can I see the calibration certificate for your watch? But no, like everybody else, we just tolerate it. It's extortion, that's what it is. And then the police crack their shits because everybody hates them. It's like, is there any bloody wonder? All you do is cause us grief and cost us money, and whenever we are in a difficult situation, you tell us off for it. Like, I've had a motorcycle stolen, and the cops said, well, you should have locked it up. And it's like, well, I know where it is. The dickheads down the road stole it. Can you go and check their house? Or did you see them? And it's like, I saw people that look like them take it on the security camera. Oh, we don't have enough to go off. It's like, well, can you go and look? Ask them maybe? Just ask a couple of questions. Maybe get it back. Nope. That would be a waste of police time. Well, what are you going to do with your time? We're going to go and generate revenue by issuing speeding fines and make sure people do as they're told and not act in an antisocial manner. It's like, you only see it as being antisocial because you pissed us off that much. And, you know, when I was playing music professionally, I've got family that were cops, and they say, when are you going to get a real job? My answer to them would be, when are you? Anyway, enough of that rant. Let's see if we can get to the moon. Just changing my jump distance down a fair bit because we overshot it by a lot before. So we'll try half the distance. Because yeah, normally I would have thought, oh, we're supposed to stop or not let us jump too far. See if we can go again. Nope. I think we only used one of them. What we can do is if we go into open the helmet again, we go into this menu and we look for jump drives. We can put the second jump drive in here, so we can actually jump with that one as well. So let's do that. Yep, there we go. We are closer than 143 kilometers. So let's try 106. No, we're closer than that. 97. Nope. 88. Nope. 79. Nope. 6. Nope. 60. 48. 30. Nope, that's still too close. 17. Yep. Oh no. I think I've just... Yep, we accidentally went and shot ourselves a long way away. Damn it. Okay. That was not intended. Let's check out this rock whilst we wait for the damn things to charge again. The patience is running a little bit thin. But, you know, we got to the Earth-like world. May have botched up the last couple of jumps, but it is what it is. I think I know what I did wrong and why I jumped a whole lot. Okay, so thinking about it, I'm not adjusting the jump range for all of them. So
if we put all the jump drives in a group, save, then we go into the G tab, we go groups, select the jump drives and put one there, and we go decrease distance and increase distance. That's why we jumped full distance on that one drive. Now what we're going to do is lower our total distance across all the drives. So no matter which drive we select, we will jump the distance we think we're going to, which we need to go probably 300 odd kilometers back. We're getting close to that rock. Don't want to do that. Want to get close enough, not too close. Just want to check it out. Because yeah, if we could pick up some ice, that'd be handy. Or, you know, you never know, you might find uranium. It's not likely, but it's not impossible. And there is some down there. Let's have a look and see what that is. Now, going down to the moon, if we're going to park there and stay there for a little while, we may want to look at some defenses, because other players do tend to hang around planets, moons and such. So we may, that is magnesium. So let's add that into our GPS. We'll say that's near the Earth, like, or near Earth, new from current position, Earth, space, magnesium. Which we don't really need at the moment. We've got a bunch on board that we're slowly chewing through. One of our jump drives is ready to go. So we'll see if we can actually jump towards the moon and get closer to it. Just gonna have a quick look and see how we're going for time. We got 15 minutes, so... Oh, we didn't miss the moon by that much. I was looking at something different. So, anyway. Yeah, we'll try jumping towards that. We'll go more than what we think, and we'll drop it down. Keep pointed at the moon. Okay, that's too far. How about that? No. 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 Seem to be too close to try and jump any closer to it. We'll just try going off a little bit, because we do look like we're a fair way, so we'll try 20 odd kilometers. And we probably could have done that again. So yeah, we'll go up to say 40 kilometers, and we'll use the other drive. we may have gone past. Let's check out that rock first. Oh, we went a long way past. Well, considering now we know we are less than 40 k's from it, I think we'll just start flying towards it rather than try and jump towards it. Because, yeah, we're really struggling with trying to jump there. Try and get there before the end of the stream. We'll chuck on a landing gear on the bottom on the way over. Just want to have a quick look around this rock, see if there's anything that we would want to take from it. Flying a bit too quick, but at a glance doesn't look like anything. So yeah, let's throw ourselves in the general direction of the moon, and we will kill the engines. And weld up the floor, chuck a landing gear on. Okay. Okay. We want steel plate. We've already got stacks of it. We'll just stick it in the middle and out the bottom somewhere. There is as good a spot as any, so we'll just weld that up first. And stick on landing gear. We only need one. Put that on the build planner. And yeah, we'll go around and weld up the floor. And yeah, just get everything a little bit stronger looking. So yeah, get rid of that. Drop that in there, because that's empty anyway. Grab as much steel plate as we can. Just drop down here and just start welding up the floor. Now, this is not going to be a lot of protection, just in case we do cause some grief. We might put some some heavy armor. Heavy armor, like little feet type thingies. Okay, that one's not connected for some odd reason. That's because it was connected that way before. Okay. So I think we're going to have to get rid of that one. So, yeah, it's not really going to do us any good if it's not connected to anything, is it? So yeah, we can get rid of that engine as well, because that's obviously not connected. So don't need to carry around something that's not doing anything. Grab a bunch more. While we're on the moon, we'll have a good look around, maybe make a little rover or something like that, go for a drive, perhaps. Or, I don't know, make a little shuttle of some sort, welding ship perhaps, that might be handy. But yeah, the main thing that we want to do whilst we're sitting there on the moon is we're going to bulk mine ice. And yeah, get our hydrogen tanks full. Yeah, we'll greatly benefit from that. Also, probably want to put a little ramp on here so that way we can walk up and down from wherever we're going to park up. Because if we are going to walk on the surface, and no doubt I will forget to bring a hydrogen bottle with me. If we run out, then yeah, we have a little bit of a problem. Something else we might do is put an access port on the bottom somewhere so we can get at, that's the sketchy one that doesn't do anything. Let's actually have a look and see what's in it. There's a lot of stuff in it at the moment, annoyingly. We'll stay on task for now. Should probably look at making up a better gun. Okay, they're heavy armor blocks, so don't want to weld them up. I want to take them out. That one's a heavy armor block, so it's that one. So yeah, we'll take out all the heavies because yeah, they're not really going to help us. They will hinder us. Okay, chuck in the light ones. Alright, jump in the seat. I actually need to get more oxygen. Okay, jump in the seat. There's another rock. Let's check out that rock. We'll just have a quick look as we're swinging past. Is there anything there? Can't really see anything noticeable. Not gonna bother stopping for it. Like, we are running quite low on fuel. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, can't tell. Looks like a mess. But we're not heading towards it, so hopefully it won't make a mess of us. More steel plate. More welding. Reminds me of working at the engineering place. And weld some more. Then when you think you're done, you gotta run another bead over the top of it. And even then, because we were doing things we probably shouldn't have been with the things that we were doing, trying to make impossible parts with inadequate tools, still cracked the weld. Like, that stuff didn't go out to the customer, that was mainly for the tools that we would make. Like, welds that would go out to the customer, top notch. Like, we put a lot of effort into QA there. Always tried to make sure that the customer got something better than what they were expecting. Like, you know, they'd have what they were expecting or what they were assuming they were going to get for the money, and we would just try to make it a little bit nicer, because why wouldn't you? You know, if you want someone to come back and buy more stuff from you, you want to make sure that they're going to be happy with what they're getting. And it doesn't take that much effort to, you know, pretty something up or tidy it up or make sure it exceeds the standards or expectations that of whatever. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of a old mentality to have, apparently. Not many people put that much thought and effort into how they go about doing things these days. But anyway, clear out this container. Move everything over to that one. And I'm going to take it out because it's not connected to anything, and it's just going to be a nuisance trying to get stuff out of it thinking it's connected. So, and we are fast coming up to 4 hours, but yeah, we'll probably go a little bit over. Want to try and get to the moon. We'll land on the moon, and that will be calling it a day, I think, for the time being. I mean, you could park it up in orbit and wait till next time. I mean, we've still got a fair bit of time before we actually get there by the look of things. Can't figure out how to jump any closer, or, I mean, I could try, but I mean, we were also running a bit low on fuel, so it might be worth waiting until the next stream anyway. But I think maybe just get rid of this container first, and then park up the car, park up the ship, like stop moving, so that way we don't crash into it whilst we're locked off. Oh, such a tedious enterprise this is. But should have been a little bit more careful about where I placed this in regards to what it was connected to. Nearly there. One more run. There we go. And we'll grind it down. And there we go. No more unconnected container. Alright. So, we are nearly at the moon. Let's just stop all momentum. We'll check. Do we have ice on board still? No, we don't. Of course we don't. Okay, so we're going to kill all our momentum now, because there is no guarantee we're going to be able to get down without crashing with the amount of fuel that we have. So we'll turn our engines off. We're actually, no, we're not stationary yet. Just give it the old flip and burn. There we go. Okay, now, yeah, see, we used 1% of the fuel in that particular maneuver. That's not ideal. But our nuclear reactor is cooking away. We don't have any ice. So what we may need to do is actually get a bit closer, fly down, grab some ice, chuck it in the ship. That sounds like a stupid idea. Maybe make a small thing where we can go down, pick up some ice, fly it up here. Like, we'll just make a small miner or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream off here. I might jump back in, but yeah, in the next one we will be landing on the moon. So we are still a little way from that, and we are seriously low on hydrogen. So it might be problematic to try and land there, but guaranteed we're going to find ice when we get there. So until next time, stay safe and have fun and go build crazy things in Space Engineers, everyone. I've just shown you how to do it and how to jump across the system from Pertram all the way to the moon. and we'll try landing there. Anyway, bye bye.